Hello everyone. Today we will learn a new chapter in civics, that is social justice and the marginalized. In this chapter we will cover various topics such as marginalized group, constitutional provisions to safeguard the interest of such groups, and untouchability as a topic, and the last one is manual scavenging. So let's get started. So what is a marginalized group? The group in the society which suffered social and economic backwardness due to several reasons and remained ignored in the society. They are known as marginalized groups. They include scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, OBC and minorities. OBC stands for other backward classes. As per 2001 census, SCs and STs together comprise over 24% of India's population, with SC at over 16% and ST over 8%. Basically, there is no specific definition of scheduled caste and tribes. Caste which were formerly treated as untouchables in the society are called scheduled caste. Similarly, scheduled tribes represent communities which are economically backward and inhabiting the remote, hilly and thickly forested areas. Apart from SC and ST, the Mandal Commission report identified 3,743 backward classes or castes which are poverty ridden but not untouchables. They are mostly engaged in agriculture, animal husbandry and handicrafts. After independence, under the constitutional provisions, members of lower caste cannot be denied entry into any public institution. People found practicing untouchability could be preserved and fined. In our country, a special body called National Commission for the Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes has been constituted to look into all matters that relate to the measures that have been taken to protect the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Similarly, the Minority Commission has been set up to look into the problems of minorities and to solve them amicably. So students, what we have learned so far in the chapter, that after independence there were people who were not described in any caste or any casteism. So they used to be called untouchables in the time of British. After independence, these people also want their rights to be fulfilled or their identity to be recognized. So for that, our constitution has some provisions for them to safeguard their interest. Let's just find out what are those constitutional provisions. According to this provision, an untouchable can go to any public place and maintain his work or his business over there. Any untouchable can have the right of education and can go anywhere or in any educational institute of the country. But before that, what used to be happen? The people or the untouchables were not at all allowed to go to temples, to sit with the general caste, and even to go to the educational institute by their own. This discrimination made them untouchable, and just because of that they want their identity to be brought back. So now, what is this term untouchable or untouchability? What is that? Let's find out. The word untouchability has not been defined in the constitution, although it can be defined as a practice of separation followed by upper caste Hindus against the lower caste. These people were also Hindus, but they were marginalized. They were lower in their caste. That's why they were known as untouchables. People belonging to this section of the society were barred from education, using the same wells for drawing water and sharing the same food. In fact, even the shadow of the low caste was considered polluting. Can you believe this? The upper caste believed that they will have to do penance and cleanse the pollution by observing some rituals. Means they have to clean themselves by taking a purificatory bath in the holy river. People separated the vessels used by the lower caste for the same reason. Are we living in a developed country or in a world which is technologically hi-fi? The thing untouchability needs to be removed from our country. Even our government has several rules and regulations for these peoples and to save their rights in the constitution and in the country. But still we can see various people practicing untouchabilities these days too. Though the government has a fine provision for them also, but people don't care of that. They keep on making other humans who they think they are lower to them or they belong to the lower caste, they make them work according to them. And in a country like India, I should say, in a free country like India, where anyone can do anything, these untouchables are still fighting for their identity, for their place in the society. So we should make them feel good by not practicing untouchability. But you know what? There is one more thing in our country which is still needs to be rectified as soon as possible, and that thing is manual scavenging. You know what is it? Let me tell you. The practice of carrying human excreta in baskets by people over their heads is known as manual scavenging. I am repeating myself that the people of lower caste used to carry human shit, that is excreta, in the baskets, and then they carry that basket over their head and being taken away from there. So is it the right thing? Like we humans are doing this thing to other humans? Are they not humans? Like if they can do this, then why can't we? And there is one more fact that the practice continued for centuries in the country until the flush system was evolved. On 23rd October 1993, the National Human Rights Commission issued a letter to various authorities on the issue of elimination of manual scavenging. The Commission expressed its concern about the humiliating practice whereby millions of people collected night soil manually to earn a living. Just because they are uneducated, they can't do any work, so they had to take the human excreta in their basket and then they will get a living. Are we that cruel to these people? The condition can be worse in the village or rural areas. I feel that we should do something for them. We should remove manual scavenging from our country and bring some good technology for these people, because they cannot do anything else, because they are being treated as the low or uneducated Dalits. Is it right to do so even after so many laws were passed for them? The laws have been passed, I feel, but the inability of the state government to provide an alternative employment has resulted in many people going to old work. According to official estimates, more than 3 lakh people still carry night soil. This is the situation despite the fact that the law of 1993 provides for punishment if there is a dry latrine. The constitutional provision of raising the standard of living could not be possible as long as manual scavenging is carried out, as it was degrading and exposed people to several health hazards. To bring equality among the people and in the society, we should stop this concept of manual scavenging and untouchability. We should not let people practice untouchability and manual scavenging. This is totally wrong and humiliate the human rights. The right of living freely is being exploited here. I wish that this chapter makes you awake and you will also conduct such type of, or you will not let other people conduct such type of practices around you. Thank you students. That's all for today.